Hello.
Hello.
So, as I said, kind of my first thing in my first video, these are really meant for my girls to kind of fall back on. But if we can help other people along the way, then great. So this one isn't going to really be about ALS at all. It's going to be about us and kind of our love story, our story of how we met and how we got to here. So, um, oh, they're so loud. The girls are outside playing right now, but uh, we had I had a few other videos kind of set up and made and ready to get published. I don't know, put up on YouTube. Posted. But our computer had a massive meltdown and I've lost all that. So we're going to have to redo those videos. I got to remember which ones they were. So I know we haven't done this one yet. That's why we're going to go with this at this point. But I did want to get a video out. And so I guess the best place to begin is where it began. My parents, well, my family, we moved down to one of the towns in our South County area. When I would have been 14 when we moved, and when in that amount of time, I ended up having a birthday, so I was 15 at the time, and Karissa and I, we were in the same church and same ward and all that. So that's kind of when we first met. So she apparently knew of me first, but I
did. They, like him and his brother, were like fresh meat in the ward. So all the young women were, they saw them. And they were talking lots about them, and I was just kind of off on the side, like, whatever. But yeah, so I had definitely seen him around, but I had not spoken to him.
Yeah, until we had a church activity. It was December of 2006, and it was a caroling activity. We were just going to around the city and caroling to some of the older people, giving them a Christmas gift, and then going to the next family. The way when I finally met her, is all the youth in the ward all paired off to go into different vehicles with different leaders driving us around. And I was lucky enough to get in the vehicle with Karissa. And from my memory, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, we just drove to the first house. And as we were leaving that house, we both started fighting over the front seat. And the smoothest / greatest move of my life was I just said, well, let's not even fight over it. Let's just share. And so we shared the front seat together.
Yeah, that's about right.
Go me. So, and that kind of just started all. I remember going back to the church and having a conversation with you and your sister. And yeah, I would assume there was flirting involved.
Oh, I'm sure.
But yeah, no, it was kind of that love at first sight for me. I mean, I was like, she is so freaking pretty. And yeah, at that point, I want to say we're pretty much inseparable. We weren't officially dating yet. We just became really good friends over the next year. Shared a few classes in So that would have been our ninth grade year, our freshman year. Shared a few classes there, and yeah, I just became really good friends.
Yep.
What? You
Yep.
you have something?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Let's think.
I was thinking of when you braid my hair.
I was thinking that too. I sat behind her in one of our classes, and I would just sit there and braid her hair or something, just so I could weasel my way into her good graces. It worked.
It worked.
And then came our sophomore year. That's when we, I think, officially started dating. I mean, being freshmen, you can only date so much. Hey, let me come pick you up on my big wheel. But yeah.
I remember my 16th birthday party.
Oh yeah.
That's when we shared our first kiss. It was the best one ever.
Oh, it's been downhill ever since.
No, I'm just saying. I just had butterflies in my stomach that I've never felt before or after. So, it was really special. And then, didn't we start dating like a few weeks after that?
Yeah. It was for our first kiss. It was funny. It was at your birthday party. Me and one of our other good friends. We were leaving. It was all the girls left because I think you guys were having like a sleepover or something.
I don't remember.
They were still there, and I remember like before I had left, all the girls, all her little girlfriends were like, "You should kiss her. You should kiss her." I'm like, "You
Were
guys."
they really?
Yeah, I'm like, you guys need to mind your own freaking business. And so when we left, I remember we were standing at the door, and then your little sister, Kendra, was, she would have been, what, 4 at the time?
Probably 6. We're 10 years apart.
Okay, so 6. She's trying to weasel her head through because you're standing at the door, and I'm standing on the porch, and Joe had already started walking. And you're trying to push back Kendra, and I'm like, oh, this is fun. And then that's when we had a kiss. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But yeah, then started dating a few weeks later, and then dated through all of high school. What else?
Wouldn't have had it any other way.
The majority of all our school dances, we went together, and had a blast.
Yeah.
What about...
Loved it. What about what?
You want to talk about getting in trouble?
No.
No? Okay. Well, now it seems like it's a bad thing. We got caught sneaking out. It wasn't anything crazy. But yeah, her parents were not happy with me. They still aren't. Oh, well, it's been 16 years. They can get over it.
They're not still mad.
So, yeah, all of high school. And then right after high school, I left for a 2-year mission for my church and went to California. I was out there for the vast majority of 2 years. Went through a few different areas. During that time, Karissa waited for me. Ish. In fairness, before I left, I did tell her, you know what, you should go out, date, figure out if, we're meant to be.
Yeah. My parents heavily pushed dating. They're like, make sure he's the one. You need to date around. But anyways.
Said, I never said go make out with somebody.
I was so lonely.
Oh, okay.
No, that was hard. It was definitely, I read back through journals, and man, I was a baby. Huh.
And you sat there and blamed me.
Yeah, I was mad at you for leaving. Why'd you leave me? I don't know. We were together every single day.
Yeah.
And, always texting, talking. Then you go to, nothing. You go to a letter once a week.
Even our senior year, the vast majority of our classes were together. I think we had 3 classes that weren't.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was a big shock going from being with someone that you love so much every day to the only
Really?
communication you have is handwritten letters, um, email once a week, and a phone call twice a year is kind of the rules for that. But yeah.
Luckily, his parents liked me enough. I got to come over for those phone calls.
Well,
lucky.
luckily they liked you enough and let you, because if not, they would have gotten phone calls. You would have. But yeah. After my mission, I came home. So I came home in September of 2012. And by October of 2012, we were engaged. It was funny. Our engagement, we had talked about it, but she had sent me like rings she's liked and things like that. And me and my brother actually went out and looked at rings, and I'm like, all right, this is one we're doing. And bought a ring without her knowing, or even asking her if that's one she wanted.
I think we went and looked once.
We looked once, and I
think he knew that
oh.
I couldn't make a decision.
Yeah, we looked once, and I was like, yeah, this is fun.
I wanted a smaller diamond. I did not want some gigantic thing on my hand, which I'm sure you were grateful for. I wanted a smaller diamond, and then I wanted detail on the band. I just didn't want a plain band. So.
But yeah, so.
You did it.
We did it. I remember going and talking to her parents. Sat down in their front room with her dad. I was like, I don't think it's a secret. I don't think it's anything like that, but I would like to marry your daughter. I'd like to have your permission to do so. And he sat down. Well, Karissa, dated when you were gone. I'm like, thanks for bringing that up. But she feels like you're the one, and he gave me his blessing. And then I was talking to, I know your mom was there, and I can't remember if it was Kendra or Kenzie there, but her mom. Well, do you have have you even looked at rings yet? I'm like, I've already bought one. Well, do you have it? It's up at the house. You didn't bring that down to show me? Let me go grab it. So I left, came back, showed her the ring, and they're like, well, have you thought about how you're going to ask her? And I played around with the idea, a few different things. I'm like, well, you guys are going to your cabin this weekend. And Karissa always talks about this one tree that has love etched into it. And I think it'd be a real good surprise if I could sneak up there. They had a big rule that no boyfriends could be up there at any time, and so I wasn't holding my breath for it, but they're like, that is a really good idea. Let's do that. So I had it all worked out that I was going to sneak up there and go wait by this love tree. And it's a 4-wheeler path that leads to it. And I just had big poster boards that said, will you marry me? And then a question mark. And then that was right at the love tree. And so I sat there and waited. I guess you can tell your side of that.
Sure. I know before we went up to the cabin, I was begging for Hayden to come up with my mom. I was just like, please let him come. But of course they said no. And then when we were at the cabin, my aunt was there, and then and with my mom, they were kind of both like, hey, you should get dressed. You should kind of get ready. And I'm like, why? I'm at the cabin. I was in plaid red pajama pants and an oversized hoodie, and they're just like, you should really change. And I'm like, no, I'm not changing. No, thank you. So they really tried, but I must not have cared. I was just like, nope. Anyways, so then we were riding on the 4-wheeler. They were like, oh, let's go for a drive down to the beaver ponds. And I was like, all right, let's go. So then we started seeing, we were going around this curve, I remember, I think, and there were the signs of will, like these big neon signs, like will you and marry me. I thought we were interrupting someone else's. I was kind of, I can't remember who was driving.
Kelly.
It was probably Kelly, yeah. And I was like, we gotta get out of here. I'm like, this is someone's proposal. Like, I just remember being like so stressed. I'm like, we gotta move. And then like, I was able to see like Hayden standing by the tree that I absolutely love. It's like an aspen tree that has the word love carved into it. So it was so special. I liked it. And then I was so embarrassed of what I was wearing.
They tried to help you.
I know they tried.
Oh.
But it was okay. It was all right.
So yeah, after that we got married a few months later. And
Freezing cold February.
It was freezing cold. And then doing the pictures and all that, they're like, we want you to lean up against this granite. And as we did, like, I'm like, this is so... I'm wearing a tux.
Yeah, I was like, he's in a tux. I have short sleeves on.
You're in your, like, lacy wedding dress. And I'm like, oh. But it was cold. Hi, Reagan. Kid.
It was cold.
But yeah, it was fun. And then after getting married, I don't know, we've been married since 2013, so 12 years.
I was 13.
We were married in 2013. It's
No, I
2025.
thought it's been 13 years.
It's been 12. It'll be 13.
Oh,
Right?
well, I told someone wrong the other day then.
We're coming up on 13.
We're coming up on 13.
Yeah.
I'm not good with numbers.
So, yeah, it's been a very good marriage. I've enjoyed all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, and I'm going to brag a little here, I feel like we have one of the best marriages out there. I don't think we've ever fought. We've had disagreements and arguments, but we've never gotten into a yelling or screaming match. We're very compatible with one another.
Yeah.
And I mean, I make it easy because I'm pretty awesome.
I think it's the other way around.
Oh, okay. You can think what you want.
All right, I will.
And then, a couple years after getting married, we had our oldest, Callie, and right after she was born, we had built our first house. Stayed there for a few years. And then a couple years later, we had our second, Reagan, and then moved from there and built this house that we're now in. And right before this house was built, we had Oakley. So it's been a journey, to say the least, but it's been fun. Anything else?
I've been trying to sit here and think. I'm like, are we missing anything?
Oh, probably. It's been, I don't know, we've been in each other's lives for, 20 years?
Sure. Again, I'm not good with numbers, so that sounds great.
19 years, because we met when I was 15, and I'm turning 34, so it's been crazy.
It's been the best.
I wouldn't change a minute.
Mm-mm.
But, yeah.
I love him.
You're so weird.
He likes my weirdness.
Anyway, I do love you. I hope you know that. So, thanks for sitting here and enduring through this. But you're the best. Anyway.
You're the best.
Gosh. I think that's all we have for now. And I will try to get... I was told the hard drive on that other computer is shot. So I will have to...
On our brand new computer.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Awesome.
I'll figure it out. But, well, thank you. Y'all have a good one.
See ya.